Hello, 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 guys. This is Ken from the Rug Detector Show coming to you with another one. So basically today we're going to talk about a project called STR. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. This has been recommended from one of our Patreon followers. So as we do give the value to the family as we continue to grow. I do apologize. The last couple of days has been insanely busy just in terms of building what we're doing within our community. We've been seeing some phenomenal opportunities, fantastic gains so far in terms of the projects we've been looking at. And this is from Walt Finance, this is from Swirl, this is from Gambit, the list goes on. So let's get straight to it. This project is basically STR. So this is the website. What I normally do is either go to the website or I'll go to the specific Twitter account when I basically just type in STR and I'll see what pops up. So STR, maybe it'll be like NFT. So normally if you have that, it'll basically show up information. I tend to go to top latest. I also like to see who's actually communicating, who's talking about this specific project out of interest. Gives me a breast and let me know from an external aspect what people are saying, positive or negative about the project. And I do that before I go to the website, so I have an understanding. So here we are, top information, or even better, let's go to latest information. So here, STR, basically here caught my attention. They're saying NFT, crypto NFT lending by using NFT as the collateral. Interesting. So what they're saying is you're literally using an NFT as a collateral to lend crypto. Would this crypto be in a form of their own token or not? We'll soon find out. Also, by the way, if you haven't, please make sure you download this free Rug Detective checklist in my YouTube bio, also in Twitter. Gives you a full breakdown of the information that I go through, my community goes through before we decide to make a decision to enter a project. Okay, extremely important. Take your time to go through it. I've also added in the tab below here, or maybe above, depends on which device you're using. You can be able to see all the previous projects we've looked at, from antimatter to Deuce to Haven Protocol, and we go for full in-depth breakdown. And then at the end, I basically give my view, advantages, disadvantages, and results. And if you're happy about the project and you've invested, then it's important to adhere to a risk management structure. Okay, so that's that. So let's just go revert back. This is Twitter. So I like to just spend probably about 15-20 minutes to really go through information, and then the details I see, I'll basically then add this into the extra reading material. So this is reading material that I'll essentially use as a nightcap. So just before I go to bed, just going through information to keep myself aware of what's happening. Here it is. So extra reading material I can add. This could be like roadmap, could be tokenomics document, it could be an explainer, it could be a light paper, anything relevant that will help me to give a better understanding of this specific project. Then it seems here one of the most confident talks. Okay, so because we know that we're currently going through a huge trend. This is the NFT trend. Some people feel that it's topped out. Others feel that it's extremely early. For me, I like to look at the infrastructure plays. So plays where one's building marketplaces or a platform or foundation that people can be able to build on top of in terms of their Ethereums and so on and so forth, right? So let's just see what's happening here. Nifty should check out start to finance. Okay, so here, allow the community to borrow loan using NFT as a collateral. Mark Cuban. Okay, so they're asking about Mark Cuban because he's a strong proponent in NFTs. He's really immersed himself within the whole crypto space over the last few months. So he's really like pushing the envelope and being a forefront of people that's well known, let's say from a businessman, celebrity stroke celebrity aspect. So, okay, this is interesting. So what it does here offers essentially what the protocol does is it unlocks the liquidity within an NFT and creates money markets. So my question is when it says unlocks the liquidity of an NFT, the NFT is essentially based on some form of valuation, right? So it'd be good to know who's actually valuing it. Is there like a median price that they have 3 different valuers to come to an agreement? Is this done internally? By STR, that they have an auditing aspect arm to their company, which will basically then effectively value. They should also have an external auditor, let's say valuer of this as well, just thinking out loud. NFT lending is possible. Okay, so I've never actually heard about this concept for the NFT. So they're really looking outside the box, which is really, really good. Major VCs here, BitCloud. Okay, let's just click on this link. So I kind of like see what the information is about, and then I open a link. And then someone said, spoke with BitClout team today. I thought information was basically every major move. Okay. Then good. So it gives also from the technical aspect in terms of price points. I think Ivan and Tech has basically spoken about, if I'm aware, some information I read. Okay, and it says that is open source lending platform for NFT. Good. Open source. So it's available for everyone. The platform allows users to leverage their NFTs. Good. So I think we have an understanding of what this is now. Then I'll take a look at their specific official Twitter page. 9,000 followers. Go down. This is what they've pinned. 24 retweets. Then this is most recent 14 hours ago. So they have announced the partnership with Halborn securities. So that's good. They're important to understand that they're willing to have or onboard people who have specific disciplines, i.e. cybersecurity, extremely important. This is what a hub that we're actually adding to our RD auditors in terms of cybersecurity. We're about to launch our website towards the end of next week, the following week. So get ready for that in terms of KYC, photo ID, database checks, everything. We are not playing about right now. So what I'll do here, I will basically open up this link into open another tab. So I want to have an understanding. This is an announcement that's made. Good. They also added Halborn security so you can confirm. Why? Because a lot of these projects, I'm not saying Stata here, but projects will say, oh, we have a partnership with Ethereum. We have a partnership with so and so forth. Well-known entities, right? But then you then ask people from that specific project or company or community, and they say, no, we've never heard. So it's always important to even have the specific official account of the cybersecurity firm here, which is good. So you can be able to read up more information. This information I'll then copy and paste. I'll then add this into the checklist so I can be able to find out more. They want to adhere to best practices and maintain a secure infrastructure. Very, very positive. This is what I like to see. Then here's TrustSwap congratulates Real Chain Games. Okay. And hats off to Starter Finance, our two most recent. So good. So I'm now finding more information. So it seems that they actually were part of the TrustSwap's, let's say, incubator launch that took place. And flash launch coming in. Okay, cool. So this gives us more understanding in terms of they're listed at the moment. Then I will basically go on to their specific Twitter page. Sorry, I'll go down, I'll scroll down just to check some more information here. This is the 23rd that their starter mainnet is scheduled for April the 16th. Good. So I now know that the main net is scheduled for the 16th. So first, second, so literally 3 weeks away, right? So I'm thinking about mine. Okay, this is not an early project. They've already listed. However, they probably just have something on the testnet, as they say here from Rinkeby. So they have something on the testnet, and they're now looking to launch on the mainnet in 3 weeks. That's given me a heads up to say, that's interesting. Let's take a look at the market cap. Let's see who their competitors are. So I'll really try and bring in like SWOT analysis to look at the advantages, disadvantages, competitiveness, and all these different areas. And I know that this still could be quite early in terms of the roadmap of the project, right? Then it gives here about details, using NFTs as collateral for lending. And then we hear top gainers of the day. So here I like to pull this up. 61% market cap, 12 million current price. So I'll also have to go through the tokenomics structure to see, is it viable, to see exactly what's happening here. So I'll basically go into the distribution as well of the holders to ensure. Then it came here that even on tech presenter basically came out with a video about this in terms of presentation. So ultimately they have a partnership, or they've basically given him capital, I presume, or tokens that he can be able to talk. So it's really broadened the brand awareness and the understanding so people know what they're doing, especially now. It's really hot space at the moment. So that's good. So we've covered this area. We understand they were basically launched via TrustSwap. They're listed on gate.io, so you can be able to find out more about the listings here. So I'll be able to open that link. The mainnet will be in 3 weeks, so this is a good idea to understand more what's going on. Open source. What I'll then do is I'll then basically click on all these links to make sure these links actually work and see where it goes to. So here it says the repository. There's 4 at the moment. I'll then look at the lending contracts just to really see the last commits. So 12 days ago, there's 199 commits. So there seems that there's activity taking place, 40 branches created. So I'll start to really take a look at the contracts, right? Just to skim through to make sure the code is clean. Then also I'll take a look at the liquidity mining, vesting contracts, extremely important. Just to know more about what is the tokenomic structure in terms of the early stage investors. Because this is crucial, because if there's a cliff or it's being unlocked in a certain period, I want to know what impact is this going to have if I decide to enter and get involved in this specific project. Okay, then there's also a deck here. Deck really gives you more information here about what they're trying to achieve. So let's just go back here. Currently, users are unable to unlock and leverage over 300 million worth of NFT digital assets. Very true, and growing as we speak, right? Then 300 million total transaction volume. Biggest challenges for NFT is lower volumes, intrinsic value asset. Then lending 3 solutions, untouched assets, attractive transparent rates, reputation, marketplace, escrow, peer-to-peer, fine. So they're doing borrow will lock the assets in the Stata smart contract, and he can claim. Why he? Come on, we need to step up. This is 2021 right now. It should be one can claim, right? In the case of full repayment of the loan. So my question would be is, how is this valued? What is that price point? Peer-to-peer marketplace that will match lenders and borrowers. Okay. Cool. Fast loans, whitelist a model that will enable the option for the borrower to take a fast loan. Okay, so we need to look at the premium, what's the redemption policies, penalties, and so on and so forth. Is this really attractive for someone who's lending or borrowing? Open source, good. We look through the GitHub, seems there's a lot of activity that's positive. Governance, token holders will govern the project by proposing new updates. Okay, so we need to take a look at what the voting mechanisms they have in place. Do they have a multi-sig setup? Via Gnosis, so we need to see what the situation there is. Liquidity mining campaign with daily rewards on Uniswap. Okay, so let's just go down here. So this is what we interesting about the roadmap. First quarter is mainnet launch. Well, it's not the first quarter, right? Because it's April, mid-April it's coming out. So that's actually the second quarter. Fast loans, auction marketplace. Okay, cool. And then they've got a doxed team, which is good. So what I would like to do is find out more about this. Bella, stop. Bella, stop. Shh. Sorry, my Australian shepherd is like a god. 1 minute, please. Okay, Bella, just relax. I'm just doing an interview here. Just give me a second, please. Okay, just gave her some nice puppy hard food that will keep her going for a bit. So what I'll then do is I'll then open up the LinkedIn just to make sure and ensure that the specific link has the profile of Stata, which is really important. So I'll go through, look at the history, because obviously it's a docs team, that's positive. Look at the location. So been doing this since May 2020. I'll then open up other specific individuals. So you've got engineers here, right? So I'll go through this. This is really important in terms of engineers. So here we've got here, this is one of the engineers here, this individual. Then I'll open up this as well. So this is one of the engineers here. They're based in Romania. And he's a developer at Tokyo Software. Okay, good. So he's the co-founder here. He should actually update his profile, by the way. Co-founder, that's good. Then this individual here is systems engineer. co-founder. How many co-founders do they want to have, by the way? Okay, so that's good. So this is the checks that I'll do, but I'll go into depth afterwards. I just want to make sure that things stack up and profiles have been added. Okay, so this is communication, social media. That's good since the last 4 months. So they seem to have a structure in place. I like to see this is ticking some of the boxes. Fine. Okay, let's see legal advisor. Always good to have a legal advisor right now, right? So law office, I guess that will not be added. That's just essentially legal advisor. Fine. Good. Okay, so basically all this information will be added. LinkedIn profile. I'll take a look at the engagement, right? The product on the mainnet in a few weeks. Then I'll take a look at the price, the tokenomics, the vesting period. I'll go through all this, and then I'll give advantages, disadvantages, and then I'll make a decision. Okay, but so far this looks like a real good project. It's in a real important and interesting niche, well, not even a niche now, it's a market that's really shown some exponential growth. I think this opportunity of those that are then buying NFTs can then look at getting some capital from those NFTs and making money. So it's kind of empowering these opportunities. So I think there is some legs to it from the initial observation. Just really need to drill down and find out and understand how these are valued, who they have in place, because this is really important if you talk about lending and borrowing, right? So anyway, that's it. Please make sure you download this free checklist. And if you have any questions, come back to me. We do have a Patreon group. You can click there for trading updates. We have a very phenomenal, engaged community. So have a fantastic day, and I'll be back very soon. Bye-bye.